Hello, hello, hello. Um, First of all, I want to say I am not mad at Wendy or Randy. Um, I just listened to Randy's live stream from last night, and oh my God, I didn't wake up one day and get sick. I was sick for a long period of time, and the way they make it sound is they didn't do anything until after I got sick. I was sick for a while. Um, I was sick for quite a while, and I went to many doctors and they put me on all kinds of medication. Yeah, I have a bad memory, or I had a bad memory. I'm getting better now because I had the big surgery, which I have 44 stitches now because they didn't do the surgery right. Hi, Remy. Hi, Super Serial. But so much misinformation last night. And of course, Randy and Wendy are going to listen to whatever Behaven says. And that's not the way it was. I was sick. They chose not to believe me. I was tired all the time. I had to go to the doctor many, many times. I didn't know what was wrong. And you're right, Remy. I didn't know what was wrong. So I was going to the doctor all the time. I was sick to my stomach all the time. I couldn't eat anything all the time. And for them to say, to sit there on a live stream, especially Jenna Moon, who was never in Discord, um, to say that this didn't happen, this happened like all at once. I just, I wasn't sick all that time. I was sick. I just didn't tell you guys about it. Yeah, I was tired all the time. I was sick to my stomach all the time. And hey, Steph, and I'm so sick of you guys um, deciding what what I was what I was going through, and sit there on a live, especially Life Rewinded. Life Rewinded, you were never even there except for the last 2 weeks. Um, you can, if you don't believe me, you can ask Simon, because Simon was there the whole time. Um, but you know how it happened. I can tell you how it happened. I was looking up. Um, I went into Discord one day because I was looking up my dead niece on the internet, and because she was killed in a horrific accident, and that's when I found out they were leaving my Discord. That's how I learned they were leaving my Discord. And the way she said it was, I smell bullshit. Well, you know what? I didn't tell you everything I was going through. My doctor put me on all kinds of medication. They tried everything to fix my stomach. They couldn't do it. They can be mad all they want. I don't give a shit. You know, I mean, they're just going on stuff that's not even true. And that's what pissed me off. I thought about it. I mean, I'm thinking, I'm listening to this and I'm like, Jenna Moon was never there. She was always at work. So how does she even know? And so what if I didn't want to be in a voice chat and I said hello in a chat to somebody? You don't know what I was doing at home. I was laying down probably. Maybe I didn't want to be in a voice chat with y'all for 20 hours every day. Exactly. Hey, Trisha. I'm just pissed off about what they said last night because most of it wasn't even true. And the the surgery that I did have last year didn't even take, so I had to have another more serious surgery, um, with 44 stitches and in the hospital for a month. So don't tell me I was faking everything and it didn't happen. It didn't happen until after you guys left before. I didn't tell you about everything because you bitched about Ginger Locks mom because you didn't want to hear about her. So of course I'm not going to tell you about me. I didn't go to the hospital until after my freaking bathroom was like a crime scene. There was so much blood. Uh, and I didn't even want to go to the hospital then because I couldn't even stop the bleeding. When I went into the hospital, into the emergency room, they had to take me right away and put me in a room with away from all the other patients because I didn't know what I had because there was so much blood. And they didn't believe I was in the hospital, so they had someone call the hospital. That's not like, being on that much medication, it's not lying. And so what if I said hello in a Discord, in a in a in a chat? You guys and Randy and Wendy, you didn't ask me my what happened then. You just asked them, and you had Life Rewinded, you had Jenna Moon, and you had Behaving. Of course, she's gonna say her side of the story. Oh God, I'm so pissed. They were trying to catch me lying. I would never say I was in the hospital if I wasn't. I just had to go into the hospital. Uh, April 25th was my surgery, and I'm not happy about it because I have freaking scars from it. And I have scars from last year's surgery. And I had to have blood transfusions and all kinds of stuff. But, to learn that someone didn't believe you, thought you were lying about being in the hospital, I would never do that. And for Randy and Wendy to believe that, it's mind-boggling. A little more of a diplomatic statement. Maybe they needed to give you a chance, uninterrupted, to tell your side then. Um, well, I know if I would have gone up, they would have interrupted me and they would have gang piled me because they had their mind made up right away. Hi, Shaz. They had their mind made up. Randy and Wendy had their mind made up. Um, they weren't going to listen to my side because I tried that. On, if you remember, uh, Diane had me up on her panel, and uh, both, I'm shaking, but both Behaving and Samara gang piled me that time too. Even though I did not start this mess. Someone came to me, actually Diane came to me and said, they're talking about you. They're trashing you, completely trashing you. She came to me and she said, I want you to come on my panel because I don't believe in that people should be, talking about you, not giving you a chance to defend yourself. She came to me, whether she admits it or not, she came to me. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, for Randy and Wendy to just believe, and I could tell they believed everything Behaving was saying, everything. Just because she has a nice voice and she talks like this. You know what? Bullshit. Bullshit. She was mean. And she's the one that gave the information to Pop Not Soda, told her that my hospital was near my house, and they found out where it was and they called it. So, yeah. And of course, they want Pop Not Soda to take the full blame for everything. Well, that's not the way it goes. Jenna Moon was never there. Life Rewinded didn't come in until after the end. I was sick for a while. I didn't, you just don't wake up one day and bleed like a freaking stuck pig. And my whole house was like a crime scene. Honestly, my husband had to drag me to the hospital because I didn't even want to go. That's how bad it was. And he was, you're going to the hospital. I knew something was wrong. I before that, because I was not able to eat, and when I did eat, I was sick to my stomach. So I was tired all the time, and I found out when I was in the hospitals because I was low. My iron was bad. My iron was low. My blood was low. But they say they have their narrative. They want to say what they want to say. And Randy and Wendy are always going to believe her because it's Jenna Moon and Behavin' and hey, Amanda. Well, Randy, you believed everything they said. I had two surgeries when I was in the hospital the first time and two blood transfusions. And, for them to be up there diagnosing me, saying I wasn't sick for a long period of time, I went to many doctors to find out what was wrong with me. And they didn't, and what they did when I went in the first time didn't even they wouldn't take my gallbladder out because they my veins were too small. So they did a bypass to the mesenteric artery. So, with them saying that I just got sick one day, I wasn't sick. I was sick all the way along. So I'm just saying, I don't hate you, Randy. I don't hate Wendy, but I wish you would listen to my side of the story. And for them to try and catch me in a lie when I was in the hospital, I was at a low point then. And yeah, I wouldn't be in voice chat all the time because I didn't feel like it. Okay. I was tired all the time. Hi, Allie's nurse. I was tired all the time. And for them to say it was just because I didn't want to be with them. Well, yeah, sort of. Sort of. I saw how they treated Ginger Locke's mom. So, yeah, I didn't want to tell them what I was going through. So, you know, it is what it is. But for you to believe three people that didn't know me very well, especially Life Rewinded knows nothing, and to bring them up on your panel to talk about my medical issues is unconscionable. To be to be to be honest, I was insulted. I have been away from drama community for over a year. Thanks to Samara and Behaven, it was no surprise for what they did while I was away, but I do believe you, Carla. Thank you. Thank you. At least someone does. Yes. I mean, I am so I mean, I listened to Randy's this morning and I'm like, wow, are they effing kidding? Are they effing kidding? To say that, oh, and Life Rewinded saying, oh, we didn't leave her until after she was in the hospital. Bullshit. You guys left before because you wouldn't believe that I was sick, that I couldn't be in your voice chats all day long, every day. That's why you left. And you and Samara were in voice chats all day, every day. I couldn't be in voice chat. I was tired. At that time, I didn't know, but I needed blood transfusions. My iron was low. I was anemic. Um, Well, obviously they did because they left. And that's how they left. Behaven said, I smell bullshit. That's when I was looking up and on the internet, I was looking up my great niece's uh, story on the internet about when she was in a horrific accident where she was killed, and I was looking that up, and that's when I found out. Behaven said, I smell bullshit. She didn't give me a chance. I even told her, I said, I'm looking up. I told her I'm looking up the story about my niece on the internet. She didn't even give me a chance to talk about it. So does she inserted herself in fight with ponies too. And it's kind of funny since most of ponies don't even care for her. Who are you talking about, Amanda? Hello, by the way. But anyways, I just wanted to get my um, my truth out there. I was sick for quite a while, probably a year. I was sick. Um, couldn't find out what it was. Went to the doctor. Went to the doctor. All he would do for me was give me pain pills, until they took a CT. I can't remember what it was, but it was a big scan that to see what was inside me, and they found out that I needed this surgery. Well, I got the surgery and developed a hematoma, which is my arm was like 3 times its size. They had to go in again to drain it. They had to give me two blood transfusions, and then I went home. Thought I was okay. Uh, but when they checked me, because they were going to take my gallbladder out, he said, I'm not touching that, um, because my veins were too small. So they wanted to take a vein out of my leg and put it in, and what they call it is a a bypass to your mesenteric artery. So they put the vein in there so that it's bigger and I can, digest my food better. So I have 44 stitches to show for it now. So are you happy? That's what happened. I have stitches from my breastbone down to my just under my belly button, and then where they took the artery out was the side of my leg. They pulled it out of my leg. I had staples, and they gave me nerve blocks. I was under um I was uh I had, you know, I went through a lot in the hospital. I was hooked up. I was in the ICU for, I think it was 2 weeks. So for them to say, yeah, they were there. Isn't that funny? They were there to talk about Samara, but my name came up, and I knew my name would come up. And Jenna Moon was there, who was never around, and Life Rewinder was there, who was never hardly around. Yeah, exactly. And I didn't, you know what? She left my Discord at the same time Behaven left my Discord. I'm surprised I'm not blamed for all the other stuff that Samara did. I am surprised. I just, uh, it just irks me. And I'm not saying I'm mad at you, Randy, but you allowed it to happen. You allowed it to happen when they're not medical professionals. They don't know what went on. Why would I have had to have 2 surgeries if I was faking it? I don't know. I don't even know why my name came up last night. And I listened to it. And it's like they brought up Jenna Moon and they brought up um, Life Rewinded. And this was discussed ahead of time. I really believe they discussed this ahead of time. And Behaven must have told them, well, bring this one up, bring that one up. And they'll tell you, no, you're not going to get away with that. I was sick. I didn't want to be in your voice chat all day, every day. I have a life. And them saying, oh, whenever she gets into trouble, I want them to explain what trouble I got into. I barely talk. Yeah, when Carla would get into trouble, she'd suddenly be sick. That's another thing she said. Of course not. No, of course not. Nunya's gone through it with me. She's checked on me every time I've been in the hospital. Every time when had to go in this last surgery, she checked on me every day. Yeah, that's not what my friends did. My supposed friends did. Honestly, I didn't want to go to the hospital. My husband forced me. He actually took me kicking and screaming because I had so much blood coming out of me. I couldn't even sit in the waiting room because I was afraid that I would hemorrhage all over the waiting room. So they had to take me into a room right away. I was awful. Exactly. And she wants me to stop talking about her. Who were they talking about last night? It was supposed to be about Samara, and they're talking about me, not giving me a chance to defend myself. Yeah, you know what? Where I was last night, I was sleeping. I never heard it till this morning because uh, unlike you guys, my husband was home. So, you know, we play games, we watch TV, but I am not going to allow them to trash me over and over again. Um, but it seems that that's the thing to do, just trash Carla. It wasn't even about me. It was supposed to be about Samara. I wasn't in that Discord. I didn't do anything in that Discord, but it turned around. It was me. Yeah, and she denies that too. She denies that too. And that they did no streams about me, that I started it all. You know what? I only defended myself. And that's another thing D- Randy and Wendy don't know about. They did a lot. Well, they're hidden now. She dirty deleted them, but they did a lot of streams about me, trashing me over and over and over. She dirty deleted them because she doesn't want them to know how many streams she did. And I tried to defend myself. That's the only stream I did. I said it's my turn. My turn meant I'm going to say my truth, and I did. So I just listened to Randy's, and it pissed me off because it was supposed to be about Samara, and it turned out it was all about me. And she brought up Jenna Moon, and she brought up Life Rewinded, who knew nothing about what I was going through. I mean, they're bringing up people that know nothing. Exactly, Nanya. But they said I was the one that started it. I was the one that couldn't keep their name out of my mouth when couldn't I couldn't defend myself. I ignored it. I ignored it for a long time, and then finally I did one that said, um, now it's my turn." That was the name of it, and you can go back and listen to it. Behaving is only nice on panels, but when she's off, she's a bitch. Exactly. But they won't believe that. She's perfect. I don't know what went on between her and Samara. I have no idea. But I'm sure she gave as good as she got. I'm sure she did. But for you guys, you, Randy and Wendy, to believe everything that they said on your panel pissed me off. And just know that I did not think that that was supposed to be about me. So I listened to it this morning and I'm like, what in hell are they talking about me for? Why is it going on and on and on and on and on and on about me? My name must have been told every second name. The first time I was in the hospital for a week and they thought they fixed everything. I had two surgeries, two blood transfusions, and the second time I was in for a month. So, yeah, I was faking it. But here's the thing, you don't just wake up one morning and you're sick. I was sick for a while. I was going to the doctor a lot. I was trying to find out what was going on with me. I could not eat anything except if I ate anything, I would be chugging Alka Seltzer because my stomach was in knots. I lived off Alka Seltzer. Don't talk about someone if they aren't there to defend themselves. Yeah, well, that doesn't work for me. The Behaven and Samara were the ones always wanting Carla to go live. Exactly, they were. I'm glad you said that, Sarah. I'm glad you said that because that's the truth. And believe me, I have no love lost for Brian, but he was right about they they got what they wanted out of me and then they just left. They left because they left. Behaven wanted her own channel. She wanted her own channel since she was with uh, Life with Jen. Someone said in Randy's chat last night that the minute they felt the need to call the hospital is the minute they should have walked away, and that's true. Yeah. No, but then they would say I was lying. And the thing is, they shouldn't have. Oh my God. And to be honest with you, I actually told the hospital I didn't want anybody but my husband asking about me because I just didn't. I don't know when they phoned. I don't know how they phoned. I would never do that. That to me is real life. Since she was in Jen's Discord making up trash names for the people she's friends with now. Exactly. And she's the one that wanted to take a pizza um, to Wendy's house. I saw that, but Wendy's like besties with her now. I never did that. Did I put did I do when Molly gave me that stuff, did I put it in Did I put it in a DM with Life with Jen? Yeah, I did. But I never put it public. Never put it public. So you can say what you want, that I'm a real lifer, but or I'm a doxer. Oh, Randy comes in here and says, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say is maybe I should um, do a live stream and say that everybody doesn't get sick at the same timeline. They're not health professionals. They don't know what I went through. Not only did I have to go through blood transfusions, I had to go through 2 surgeries when I was in there. And they did it wrong. So I had to go back and have this last one. I mean, I'm glad I have it, over and done with, and I'm going to enjoy my summer with my daughter, but come on. Give me a break. Anyways, that's all I wanted to have my truth out, and I'm sure they're going to have something more to say about me because it it always happens over and over and over and over and over again. And they did a lot of, and Randy, you're wrong. It wasn't me that started everything. It was them. They did live streams over and over about me. So believe what you want. They dirty deleted it. And anyways, I'm going to go now. I got my say. They can believe or not believe whatever they want. But I'm telling you, I didn't wake up one day and get sick. I was sick for a while. And if you don't believe me, ask my husband. So, okay, I'm going. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming in.